Hi guys, and welcome back to this tutorial. In the previous section we created a series of functions that were basically creating or processing some calculations. The last one was a function that was basically calculating the age of someone based on the year of birth, and because this function was returning information of type int, we just added int just before this function, so that was working. In this section, we will start to create a brand new class, and the idea of a class is that it can help to model your game and the different elements in your game. I suppose it makes things a bit easier for you. So in this case, what we'll do is create a brand new function, or a brand new class, sorry, and this class will be a class for a bike. And again, for this bike, we're going to define a name, a speed, and also create members method that will be used to accelerate the bike or to change its name, for instance. So let's get started. I'm going to go back to Unity, go back to the project and go to plus to create a C# code. And again here, by default, it's going to be called new behavior script. I want to call it bike. So again, I'm going to type bike here, and again double click on this script to open it in Visual Studio. So I'd like to create a class that is not inherited from mono behavior, but that's kind of self-sufficient. So again, I'm going to remove the idea of the mono behavior there. So I'm going to save that, and again I'm going to remove anything inside this function there. That's done. Okay, so the first thing is for my bike, I want each bike to have possibly a name. So again, for each bike I'm going to define a name, so string name, and for each bike I'm going to define a speed. That's done. Okay, so again, those are called member variables. So again, they are variable that will be accessible for your class within the class. So for this class called bike, what I will do then is define different functions, and one of them will be the constructor. So to declare your constructor, basically, usually we declare it as follows. So again, it's going to be first public, because we need to be able to construct our bike from outside the bike. So again, public and bike, and then just open and close your bracket. Okay, so that's your constructor. Now the constructor is called whenever a new bike has been created. So again, we're going to use it a little bit later. The second method that we'll create is a function that will be used to accelerate the bike. So actually, what I might even do is in the constructor, I'm going to set the speed will be 0 by default at the very start. Okay, and the name by default will be maybe my bike. That's it. And again, we're going to create a brand new method. So again, I'm going to call this method accelerate. It's going to be void because it won't return anything, and accelerate. All right. And again, whenever this method is called, what it will do is increase the speed by 1. That's all. Is that okay? So again, this is a sample class. Again, in this class, basically we have a name, a speed. Again, whenever this bike is created, the constructor is called. In the constructor, I'm going to set the speed to 0 and the name to my bike by default. And again, the accelerate method will just increase the speed by 1.